Oh wow, I didn't have my mic volume on. I did not have my mic on. Rip. Oh my god. You guys are still watching this, right? I hope I didn't kill you guys. Hope you guys can hear me. Oh my god. Did this save? I'm assuming it did. I'm gonna close out of here for now. I'm gonna have to reopen Blender, so it didn't like exporting that all too much. I think I'm gonna need to rotate this a bit. There, now it's pointing in the right direction. It should be around this big. I'm gonna cursor to center, tools. Here, I'm gonna join all these together. So origin to 3D cursor there. What is this? It's like a bone. Okay, it's a little strange. Here, I'm just gonna save this as a blend file, so if it crashes again, I can't open it again. Here, now I should be able to export it as an ASE. See scene exporter. Okay, now we just wait and hopefully it doesn't break. It's gonna take a while. I might have to reduce the polys on it. Yeah, I can't believe I had my mic off. God. Yeah, how do you get this so you can like see it when you're playing your game? Do you like do it on your like your phone or something? How are you supposed to, like, I have to open this window up to see it. I'm kind of new to streaming and stuff, so I don't know. Oh no, please don't do this again. If this isn't working, I'm gonna have to reduce the polys a bit. Is my mic working fine? Is it too loud? Or is it the right volume? I think it looks a little too loud. I'm gonna turn it down a bit. So it's in that yellow zone right there. Okay, yeah, I'll have to take out my phone and read it then. That's a good idea, yeah. Here, let me get on YouTube real quick. Now the question is, how do I get on here on my phone? Go live. No, I don't want to go live on my phone. Okay, I found my live stream. Okay, I've got it all set up on my phone now. Oh my god. You know, I probably could just download a more like low poly M16. Or what weapons do you think I should do? Like instead of like I might not do an M16. I could do something else, like an AK-47 and Psychoblayets. If that's how you pronounce it, I have no idea. I'm not Russian. What am I doing here? I'm supposed to look on my phone at this. No, don't. Did I suppose I'm supposed to close that? Was I supposed to do that? Did that end the stream? Okay, now how do I get back to this? Good. You know, I might try an AK-47 or something. I'll have to get the right poly count. I'm too lazy to make my own. Probably could, but I'm gonna try to get a nice. Let me see if I can get the poly count is low. Max poly count. Yeah, let's. I want it super low poly though. I want it I want it for free though. I want free. This one looks about right. Let me see. What are the polys on this? There's still quite a bit. I'm actually going to get this one. This shouldn't be too bad, actually. Here, I want the FBX. Downloads. Probably should have gotten this set up before I did the stream. Oh wow, it's got LOD levels. I don't think I'm needing the LOD levels. Here, let me put these in there. Yeah, these don't look too big of a file size. I'll have to, okay, there's a normal map. I'm gonna have to flip around. Oh, it's already in TGA. That's good. That's good. Here, colors. Oh, what did I do? I was in components, channel mixer. Save as. No, I need to export and not save as. Okay, replace. I gotta turn off on compression, or else the game engine won't accept it. I hope these aren't compressed. I'm just gonna see if I can turn off compression for these. And I think we just have the specularity map to go. Yeah, I'm glad these all came with their specularity maps and normal maps. If you guys don't have this tool, it's a really great tool. It's called Crazy Bump. You can pretty much just generate some normal maps for you on textures, which is pretty cool. So you don't have to hand paint them yourself and stuff. There's a free trial, but you can buy it. But I've only had it for a couple days. Here, I'm gonna open this up in Blender and assign some materials and stuff. What is going on? I might have to rearrange some stuff. Okay. I believe this needs to go like that. What is this? I have no idea what that is. It might be like a what is that? Oh, it's supposed to go around you know, you won't see this in game. I don't think this needs to be. Yeah, you won't be able to see this stuff in game actually. That's big. Let's scale it down. Believe models should be centered right about here. I can always adjust them in the first person animations. Here, let me get this material going. Cycles, head shader. I'm just gonna put a diffuse. I'm just gonna see how the texture looks on it. No, this is not the. I need to be an AKM. AKM. Okay. Okay, it's looking good so far. I don't have the normal map or anything on it, but it looks awesome right now. You can see the inside, so if I look at it from a weird direction, it won't look weird. So I should have it all set up now. Let me just save this in the right spot before I export it. File, export, ASC. Now hopefully it won't take all day. There we go. That did not take a long time. Now I may or may not have to flip normals on this. I hope I don't have to flip any. I'm just going to close out of this for now. I need to import these textures now. File, import. I'm already in the right package. Yeah, sorry, my computer's like garbage right now. Here, I'll make a new group. It just will be on my AK-47. Okay, I'm just gonna call it AKM because that's what they named it. It's just a diffuse. That texture is actually pretty nice. Import, diffuse. I'm gonna do the specularity next, and then I'll do the bump, the normal map or the bump map next. Okay, now I need to make a shader. No, I do not want to do that. New. Okay. For the diffuse, I'm gonna put this in there. Specularity. Good. Here's the specularity, I believe. See, bump map is right in here. All right, that looks awesome right there. The texture you can see is getting really nice. I just need to save this again. Hope it won't take too long to save. OBS is slowing down my computer by quite a bit. Yes, I see those moy eyes or whatever they are. Red sun. My God. Yeah, this is gonna take a little. So we should, after this, we're gonna import the model and static meshes. We're gonna assign the shader to it, and then we're gonna start making the actual weapon itself and the particle effects that go with it. In this game, there's if you haven't played it, there's actually guns with bullets, so I can use particle effects from that. I could probably actually use the weapon class that it's already built to, and then build off from that with custom weapon sounds. We could get oh, I need to select the package before I import. Let's just put this in weapons 2. File, import, desktop. Let me do this group. I make a new group and call this modern weapons. Weapons 2, modern weapons, KM. Okay, so right now it's untextured. So I need to go back into weapon textures 2, find my shader. Okay, looks like the shader is actually looking pretty nice on here. It should look perfect in game. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get this magazine to detach and everything. I haven't been able to implement that, but we'll get some realistic gun mechanics. I'm gonna go ahead and set up some animations for it. So here, let me get I'm just gonna take the my HUD arms, and I'm gonna save it as modified HUD arms AKM. I could probably do this a different way instead of cluttering up this place with a bunch of files, but that's gonna take a while. I'm just gonna name it to this a new thing. So it defaults to the anti-armor. Here, let me open up my see if I can open the one I just made. Sometimes it'll make me exit out of stuff before it refreshes. The software is pretty primitive compared to like the modern software and stuff. Yeah, my eyes. Yeah, I'm not constantly looking at the chat all the time. And I know that there's a delay between when you send messages and then there's a delay between when I record the video and then when you see it. So I'll see your messages right away, but you just won't see my responses, I don't think. Here we're in animations. HUD arms. Oh, I need to open it from here. That's right. Yeah. AKM. Okay. So we need to choose animations to base it off of. I'm gonna base it off of just the normal DC-17M animations. So right now I already made the gun itself invisible. So I already have it set up with another weapon, I believe. I can't remember what weapon I set it up with. I think it was the DC-15S I implemented. Cannot get it to show up. But let me before we do set up the animations, I need to make an emitter class so that we can see the gun in our animation. So this is a class I'm going to make. So I'm going to call this AKM emitter. So this is our emitter class. So basically we're making an emitter, so it's like a particle effect, but it's going to be a mesh particle effect of our weapon. That's the easiest way to get weapons in first person. So we're going to make unlit false so that it's completely, so that light can shine off of it. Display advanced, instead of a particle, I'm going to make it a static mesh. For the mesh, I'm going to have to go back into weapons 2. If it'll load. I believe I have it in modern weapons. And here's my AKM. So I need to, no, not mesh, I need static mesh. Mesh is an animated thing. And I need to change one other option. So basically, there's not a whole lot of coding going on in here. It's a bunch of these properties, and there's a dialog that you can change and edit. You can do coding, but it's a little more advanced. I actually haven't done much of it. B only draw if attached. Okay, so I need to save the classes. I'm gonna head back over to my animations. And instead of DC15S, I'm gonna change it to the AKM emitter. It's actually nice on it's on top. Okay, so now I need to position it correctly. So I need to try to get. Sometimes this thing's a little glitchy. I need to get it to show up in here. Rotation, pitch, yaw. I think in yaw I need to set to 1612. It's 16123. It's impossible to get this thing to show up on here. Set location. Attach. See if this does anything. Maybe I need to set it to no loop. Sometimes it's hard to get it. Oh, it's on notify frame 0. I need to make it on 0.01. That's probably the issue. Yeah. So now it should display constantly. Z. I think the weapon might be the right size actually. I think it's a decent size. Okay, so now when I move it, it'll actually leave an image of itself behind. It's kind of strange. I think I'm gonna make it let's try 8. I just want to get that hand over there to disappear. So now it looks kind of weird because the stuff is like it's laying on top of each other. Like it doesn't erase itself for some reason. It's just kind of a strange way to set it up because we're using an emitter instead of an actual mesh to display this thing. But it's the easiest way to do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and see what this. I'm gonna copy this for the attach load animations. I need to find the notify that I'm looking for. Here it is. I'm gonna paste this in here. Attach load and load. Modified HUD arms. Okay, I need to put this in here too. Here, see the DC15S showed up and it's just staying there. This editor is a bit wonky sometimes. I think, well, we could close it out and then this will disappear. So I might have to just restart it to see the changes we made. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to the fire. I'm gonna go ahead and change the position of this thing right here. This gun might be a little too big. I'm gonna see what it looks like in the game. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and save this. And I'm gonna go ahead and go over to the Trando weapon class. So the Trandoshans have a weapon that is kind of like a bullet weapon. I'm just going to use the same weapon for the AK-47 for simplicity. I believe, no, shotgun's a different bullet weapon. It's the SMG that I want. So I'm just going to take the SMG class. I'm not going to make a new class quite yet. I'm just going to use the mesh to see what it looks like in the game. So I'm going to save this. I think I have the animation saved. I'm going to go ahead and run the game. So can you guys let me know if you're going to see the game or not? Because I hope the OBS thing works. So I'm going to go ahead and start this. Turn off that.
What was that?
Music and voices volume. Oh, I don't think it's showing. Let me go ahead and I need to get this game capture. look like it's showing up on my thing. Let me see if I can get this working. Settings. It looks like I got it in here though. I'm gonna see what it looks like on the video on my phone real quick. If you guys know how to do this, you can say it in chat. Here, let me just close out of this. Game capture. I'm gonna see if it will capture the game.
I'm in the starboard landing gear section. Rendezvous at the designated coordinates.
Copy that, boss. Heading there now.
What a mess.
Oh, and I found the AK. Here we go. Okay, so the model loaded in correctly. You guys can't see it, unfortunately. I wonder if I can force the game to be in windowed mode. That might work. Let me just open this real quick and try to... If I can't figure this out in like 10 minutes, I'm going to end the stream and figure this out tomorrow. I'm going to end the stream right now. And I'm going to work on this tomorrow. Or I'll if I can figure it out right now quickly, I can start up the stream again.